Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
Howdy everybody, and welcome to the AOR Hype Energy F1 Americas League here at Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix Season 3, Round 6. I'm Austin Knight, I am y'all's commentator today, and we have a pretty packed field compared to other races here. Today, for our run around Monaco qualifying going on, so let's head onto track. Looking at Tezzy right now. He's looking pretty good. He's been having a good season. We're gonna be looking at a few other drivers around this famous track. Some idiots on his outlap. One of the fighters for the championship. The other fighter for the championship, Corsac, he's not here this week, so he's gonna be looking for some good competitive points. Also, Raven also looking for some good points. But let's sit on board with some idiot as he takes us around a lap of Monaco. And across the line he goes, and he sets the fastest time right there. Thank you, Some Idiot, for that wonderfully good lap, sitting at a 109.707. Not the fastest time we've seen today, but it's currently sitting 2/10 ahead of Sloppy McFloppy. Let's take a look at ACR Raven. I believe he's on the flying lap. Yes, he is. Coming out of Anthony Noss, and he's coming into the line right now, and he takes pole. They 109.566, 1/10 ahead of some idiot. Let's take a look at a few of the other guys. Scream John sitting in the pits. Young Dagger Dick coming up Belle Riviage and up into Massenet. Making his way into Casino Square. I believe he's just getting his tires warmed up. Don't think he's pushing fully. No, he is pushing fully as he's heading into the Grand Hotel hairpin through Mirabeau Boss. Right on board as he flies through the tunnel. There's Raven, pole sitter, sitting on the inside tunnel, just sitting out of the way, being safe for him. Yellow flag is sector 2 as he's entering the Nouvelle chicane, hopping over that curb, keeping the power on as he flies into Tabac. A little bit of a rubbing on the wall, but that's not hurting his time at all as he's entering the swimming pool chicane. Quick flick of the wheel and into Raskas. Oh no, he's in the wall. Very unfortunate for Young Dagger Dick. He's looking for a great lap right there, and unfortunately, late on the brakes, he goes into the wall, and he's parking it in the middle. Oh, he's going to reverse it on the track. That's usually a disqualification right there, but he's going to edge it into the pits and going to get that repaired in the garage. Very unfortunate for Young Dagger Dick. That was a great lap he was looking for. Creepy John's down his out lap. We'll rejoin him a little bit later on the soft tires. Also, Ozone Sloppy McFloppy sitting in third place. He has a Toro Rosso right behind him. I believe that is Rogue. Yeah, that is Rogue, the only Toro Rosso on the grid. So Sloppy McFloppy, he's on an outlap as well. Let's go look at somebody who's not on an outlap. That is Muddy Water in that Ferrari. Muddy Water, a F2 runner in the PC League, actually switched up to F1 now. So, welcome Muddy Water back to the land of PC F1. Look at Hammer Time 44 as he's coming out of Portier and into the tunnel. This crazy close camera view. So light blinds you just a little bit as you go into the braking zone of the Nouvelle chicane. I believe that's a full-on cut right there, but he's not backing up. Also running very low on ERS. I believe he's on his in-lap right now, and he's just not slowing down at all. It's got a very bit tasty right there. Going through the swimming pool chicane, and he's going to head into the pits. Not wear out those tires. Okay, let's switch back to Sloppy McFloppy, his teammate. He flies through tunnel. Hard on the brakes, a big lockup in the front left. But he is continuing it, going on right now into Tabac. Bringing out wide into the swimming pool chicanes. Hops over that curb just a tad bit. Keeps it under control. Into Raskas, a bit of a lockup in the front right. He's continuing on into Anthony Nose, almost clips the inside barrier, flips up the DRS line. And coming down the front straight. Across the line, and Sloppy McFloppy only improves to second place, 600ths of a second behind of ACR Raven, who is sitting sixth. Who is just now starting his outlaps, or riding on board with Get Some right now as he flies down the tunnel. Through Tabac. Get Some goes to number 69, McLaren, looking absolutely fantastic here in Monaco. Looks absolutely fantastic everywhere he goes. Oh, he has a little bit of a moment on the exit of that corner. He switches down to 1 ERS after that massive bit of oversteer after the swimming pool, and he's going to go into the pits after that unfortunate issue with the throttle after the swimming pool chicane. Riding on board with FOR Hardy. He's up all of his drive, and he's starting his flying lap, so he's going to bring us around a flying lap of Monaco right now. As I say that, he just immediately cuts the corner and invalidates his lap time, so that's unfortunate for him. Let's take a look at the Haas, driven by Tezu. One of the strangest advertising partnerships with Haas and you-know-who Energy, which is... Their deal has actually has actually stopped now, so expect to see these return-to decals being removed as he has a little bit of traffic from the McLaren of Creamy John's getting in his way. Tezzy laid all the brakes, hits the wall, and he loses his front wing, and Tezzy's coming across the line. And I believe he's taking Creamy John's with him. I don't think he's really... I think Creamy John's actually doing that, but I think Creamy John's might have gotten in his way just a tad bit. Take a look at Young Dagger Dick after a very unfortunate first lap to see if he can improve on this lap. He's currently on his out lap right now, so I believe I've already choked it up, but he's upped it to 5 ERS, and he's starting his battle and charge to the first line. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Can't really do that during the race. That will cause you to get disqualified. We enter swimming pool chicane right now. He's hopping over all these curves with 8 minutes left. He's trying to save as much time and much life in these tires. No, he's going straight into the pits. Very, very strange to go on board with Muddy H2O. Muddy Water, familiar to the series, been in all 3 seasons so far. And he's very happy to be back in F1. Let's take a look at a hammer time, as I believe Muddy Water is just on an out lap. Hammer time, though, he's on a charger of a lap. Through Rascast he goes. And into Anthony Noas. DRS is enabled down the front straight, and here we go. Where does he go? 6th place for Hammer Time. Great job by the Alaskan driver. Take a look at Get Some right there. He's right behind Hammer Time, so he's going to get a bit of a slipstream coming up through the Belle Riviage bends and into Bassinet. Is going a little bit too wide than I would suggest. Hopping on that curve, that's a nice apex, but he has a bit of traffic. That's Hardy and Hammer Time ahead of him. So as he heads into Mirabel Hot and Mirabel Boss and into the Grand Hotel hairpin, there might be a little bit of a stack if it gets him. Might be throwing his hand up after his wheel, saying, "Get out of my way, I'm on a flyer of a lap." And there goes the Williams down to the inside. Still, Hammer Time is just ahead, providing him with some great slipstreams right on board with Gitsum as Hammer Time absolutely murders that chicane. And he parks it up onto the left side as we head into Tabak. Corsac, are we driving to Monaco short? Apparently on the in-laps and out-laps, we are. And gets up, comes across the line, puts himself into P4 with 6/10 to ACR Ravens, 109.235. Take a look at other drivers out on a lap. Mycon is driving. He's dropped the FOR name, I believe, from his name, but Mycon is driving it all around right now. Sitting at 0 ERS, so I think he's going to the pits. And yes, I am right. He is going to the pits with 5 minutes to go. We are in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Looking back at Creamy Johns right now. He went hard into the wall at the back. Don't think that's affecting his steering at all, but oh, that's definitely going to. That's an end plate lost for Creamy Johns right there. See, immediately affecting his braking is that massive plume of smoke. It shows a lockup right there. But Hardy, right behind him, is driving along right now, hugging the wall. And into Saint Deviot. On downforce of this car, making it very nice for Hardy to keep it locked to the racing line. Hops over that little bump, a bit of a lockup going into Mirabu. And into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Such a weird corner, but it's always so amazing to see cars go around there. Through Poitiers and down the straight and into the tunnel. Looks like he's flicking the throttle and he's switched down to 0 ERS, and yeah, he's aborted this lap and he's going to go through the now famous Monaco short layout of just obliterating the chicane right there. As Fluffy Dave has retired from the session, sitting in 5th place. We'll see if that's a good enough time for Fluffy Dave to beat. Sinbad pulling into the pits, sitting at 13th right now. We have 2 guys who have not set a lap time yet. That is Young Dagger Dick and Jalidun, both driving from Mercedes. So let's see if they can get something together with 3 minutes to go. They're still sitting in the pits. Tetsu, though, that number 2 Haas, making it look pretty nice right now. So he heads into the Grand Hotel hairpin, but switching down to neutral, actually. Oh, what an unfortunate mistake for Tezu. Switched it down to neutral. He tried the reverse trick, but it did not work for him. He switches his ERS down to 0, and he's going to try to give us another lap. Luis Ramon sitting in the pits. Let's look at Sparky. Going through the hairpin. Oh, that's an end plate lost. He's hit the wall, and that's a end plate loss for the Red Bull. ERS down to 0 as he limps it back. Young Dagger Dick now getting out on track, and I really expect something big from this guy, so we're going to stay on board with Young Dagger Dick. Actually, we're going to switch over to ACR Raven. Sorry, man, you had your chance a few times, but ACR Raven, the pole sitter, is out on track. Can he improve his time? Can some idiot close down on him? Can Slobman Floppy make a jump up into P2 or take pole? Or we'll get some try something. With 2 minutes left, anything can be possible. Just trying to warm up the tires. Yeah, Sparky has retired from the session, being the 2nd retirement. You're going to see a lot of retirements right now as we go into crunch time. People boarding their laps. They haven't crashed out, even though pretty much here is the same exact thing as Raven going through Anthony Noss, and he puts the power down, and here we go to Saint Devant. Raven keeping it nice, didn't cut the corners, keeping the power down into Massenet and Casino Square. Making it nice, making it good. Into Mirobu, a bit of a lockup at the front right, but he's keeping it tight. Going to the Grand Hotel hairpin, riding on that curb, a little bit of 3-wheel action. To Portier. He's got a slow McLaren on the right. McLaren's got out of his way. Nothing is keeping Raven down today. Charging into the Neuroville chicane. Big lockup. Coming up there, hashtag Vape Nation, bro. Oh, that was a McLaren that cut that chicane. Almost ran straight into Raven right there. Oh my goodness. That was Jalidun. That was Jalidun in the wall. Raven's going to have to avoid that lap because Jalidun's in the wall on the racing line. Came out of nowhere, wasn't on the TV cams, but was on the T cam that you saw that car just appear out of nowhere. And Raven is out of the session. Slide Floppy came across the line, I believe, already. But some idiot is in the tunnel right now. Let's see if Slide Floppy continues on, and then we'll switch over to some idiot. Mighty Warrior has retired from the session. Slide Floppy is going to head on to a inlet. Let's ride on board some idiot. Can he take Raven? Riding on the swimming pool, nothing drama happening here. Coming through Rasgas. Anthony Nuss, he's going to have a little bit of slip from Creepy Johns. Creepy Johns, carbon fiber all over the track. Here goes some idiot coming down to a charge on the line. Creepy Johns to the head. Some idiot does not get pole. But by 600ths of a second, Raven sits in 2nd place. That was a very disastrous ending for some idiot. It's a lot of damage happening. I thought he could have had it, but unfortunately did not. Get some still out on the track, but he's driving with very little pace. Take a look at Mycon right now. Same exact deal. Hammer time. He's on a charger. Time's last one out on track. So, fortunately for Raven, he did save himself. As Hammer Time's having a little bit of traction conditions. He can save it. He can save it. He can save it. He's got it. And he's continuing on through Anthony Noss, putting the power down, opening up DRS coming down the front straight and across the line, and Hammertime stays in 8th place, but ACR Raven takes pole here in Monaco. As we're waiting for Gitsun to get settled in the pit box, there he goes. Good lap by all the drivers. We are in for one amazing race here today in the streets of Monaco, as ACR Raven takes pole, followed by some idiot. Ozone, Slavic Flopping gets some. Fluffy Dave, Mycon, Hardy, Hammertime, Creepy John, Sparky, Luis Ramon, Tezu, Sizbad, Rogue, Muddy H2O, Young Dagger Dick, Jalidon coming up at the end of the field. I'll be right back after these messages for the formation lap here in Monaco.
Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
For the formation lap here in Monaco, we see Raven and somebody making it look like a race, but really it's formation lap. No safety car here, so these guys are just driving as fast as they can to heat up these tires as fast as they can. As we have a little bit of chatter in the chat, wondering about assists in this league. Racing line is allowed. Everything else assist-wise in the top split is not allowed. Braking assist used to be allowed, I believe, for lockups and all that stuff, but it's just currently racing line right now. So hopefully that cleared up some confusion for you right there, as everyone is just filing their way. Let's take a look at the tires right now. Tezu and all the way down are starting on the medium tires. So Tezu would be both the Haas's. Watch out for these guys near the end of the first stint. 78 and Raven getting ready to go. I'm gonna bring up our position change and get ready. Keep our eyes on Gitsum. He might try something. As we are all gritting up and getting ready to go racing here in Monaco. Some little last minute revving heading on as the lights are getting ready to go. I hope you guys are ready and ready to go as the lights are coming on. It's 5 red lights, and away we go for the AOR America's F1 Grand Prix here in Monaco. Through Saint-Deviant, everyone's going wide. They're going 3 wide in the background. They're going into Saint-Deviant. Everyone's funneling through this, and they made it through there cleanly. Raven kept his lead, summoning it just a little bit far back as we head into Mirabu Haas. I think I saw a little bit of carbon fiber fly in the background, but to my knowledge, everything went smoothly as we look at the Grand Hotel hairpin. Is someone going to try up the middle? It looked like one of the Haas has just been brake checked. Yes, it was. Tezu was being pummeled around the inside. That's Muddy Water trying to make his way through, but Tezu's turned into him. And yeah, there's a bit of damage on that Haas. Heading into Nouvelle Chicane. A bit of a lockup for ACR Raven as he leads out everyone. Heading into here. Into Tabak they go. Some idiot just a bit behind Raven. They head through Anthony Noas right now. APR Ravens just absolutely nailed that first lap. Pulled out a 1 second gap already. Yes, it is enabled after you're within 1 second gap for our people who are not new to F1 watching this. If you have never watched F1 before, welcome. We love to have you here. Micon right now sitting at 6 right now. Right behind Fluffy Dave. He's trying to follow up. Across that hump down the inside. It's actually caused by a tree root. A little Monaco fact right there. Through Portier, they go. Some idiot still trying to chase down ACR Raven. You do pretty nicely. Oh, somebody goes into the wall. Looks like he has all of his bits. Did not lose an end plate. May have scratched the right end just a tad bit, but somebody went into the wall of Tabak. That's going to be great news if you're Sloppy McFloppy. Our first penalty goes to Muddy Water, though, for 3 seconds, and he's got damage. His left wing is damaged. That is a end plate missing for Muddy Water. It's going to need to get that fixed. Need all the downforce to get around this track. We're looking at the battle for second right now. Some idiot versus Sloppy McFloppy. It's right on board with him. See if you can try to chase down some idiot right there. As I have to say, hello, Tino Nakarunen. In the chat, how are you doing? It says Skarky for president, so let's take a look at him. Sitting in 10th right now in the points. Right behind two Williams right now of Luis Ramon and Hardy. These two are racing each other pretty well. Giada picks up a 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. It's very easy to cut that corner without actually trying it, so some focus are actually happening on not cutting that corner. As Hardy goes wide, followed by Luis Ramon. Raven keeps it going. With these three, it's kind of a pack right now. DRS, these guys are going to try to keep doing it. Fluffy Dave gets a penalty for multiple warnings as well. Through Portier, Raven goes. He's pulling away from some idiot right now. Some idiot is definitely hard to control on something. As Sinbad and Rogue are having a little bit of scrap right now. And yep, there's Rogue trying to get his way past Sinbad. He got to the wall, just tap it, trying to go side by side here. Gets up, picks up a 3 second time penalty. It's right on board with the Toro Rosso. Sinbad defending onto the inside. Here goes Rogue. Rogue sending it around the outside. Going into the neutral chicane. Oh, and he chops the nose off of Sinbad. Sinbad picks up a 3 second time penalty because of that. That should be reversed after that. But what a move by Rogue around the outside going into Nerval chicane. I'm pretty sure Sinbad will be pretty mad about that. His back end got kicked out and he had nowhere to go. His teammate Tezzy right behind to go into Anthony Noas. And look how far Sinbad's fallen back from Rogue right there as we head into Saint Deviat. Sinbad jumps over the inside curb. His teammate might be trying something through Belle Riviage. Ooh. I thought we were going to see a repeat of top split here today. And oh, we have a disqualification. We have a disqualification. Young Decker Dick is out of the race. And what the? What has happened there? Yeah, he's been disqualified. Oh, we're under a virtual safety car. We are under a virtual safety car. Somebody bet that we were going to see a safety car today And we have had it. I believe Young Dagger Jake went full bore into the Nerville chicane and just unfortunately crashed, got disqualified for it, and that's why we're under a virtual safety car right now. This might be good news if you're one of the guys on soft tires who might need a bit of damage repair. But very unfortunate. I'm not sure how he got disqualified or why the virtual safety car was out, but Mycon is going to the pits first for Red Bull right now, switching out these soft tires for the hards. First driver on the hards today. And Sinbad's been getting a 5 seconds penalty for, unfortunate for the Haas driver for speeding in the pit lane. And we're back to racing here. Raven was in Realba right there, so that's a great place to have the restart. It's just going to be on the exit. Everyone's going to have a brake zone to feel like. So back to the battle for second between Slotman Floppy and some idiot right now as we head into Poitiers. We're going to have a little bit of battle down the field in the mid-pack. Right now aboard Creamy Johns, but really it's Skargi right behind of Hardy. I think Hardy might be suffering from a little bit of damage. If I'm right, one of the Williams does have a bit of damage. Hardy having a bit of a lockup going into this chicane. They head through to Bach. Oh no, Hardy! Hardy's hit the wall! Hardy's lost a bit of his wing! Saw a bit of carbon fiber as we switch to Skargi, and Skargi's going to get that position for free as Hardy dives into the pit lane. A little bit of a backup, but you see a lot of carbon fiber winding around the pit lane. And around the track right now, as penalties being handed out left, right, and center. Now this might be a reason why Young Dagger has been disqualified for cutting the corner a little bit too much, and hopefully all the other drivers look the same way and not try to get any penalties or cut the track a little bit too much. So that's my only theory that's happened on why Young Dagger has been disqualified. As we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. That's Skargi once more. Skargi, oh, we have a parking lot here. There's a parking lot in the Grand Hotel Hairpin. As Skargi has got turned around in there, we're back under racing now. But no front wing for Skargi. He got absolutely turned. I'm surprised he didn't get a safety car from that. The Grand Hotel Hairpin has turned into an absolute parking lot. And Skargi is left with no front wing. So he's heading into Nerville chicane. Let's right on board, see if he can get his car back on track and into the pit lane. As we have another yellow flag. And that's Hardy. Hardy's in the wall. Hardy is in the wall. He's out of a wing. He is still in the race though. But another front wing. I think he's lost in the braking zone. Oh, that's a lot of damage on that Williams car right there. It's absolutely been blowing up here today in Monaco. As Hardy, fresh on these tires too. He's going to have to go into the pits once more. Let's go back to the battle for the lead, or battle for second place. The Slap Floppy and somebody are still battling out as they are trying to chase down ACR Raven. We're racing up Mirabel Haas. Somebody under pressure by Slotman Floppy. Here comes Slotman Floppy looking at the gearbox of somebody. He's all over the back end. Somebody in that Racing Point Formula 1 team car trying to defend and make that car as wide as possible from Slotman Floppy. We're going to stay on board this T-Cam for Slotman Floppy. See if he can try anything. But also, he's got a car right behind him. That is the lapped Williams car, I believe, of Hardy. As they head into, yellow flag in Sector 3. suspect something not right over here. 3 flags are waving through the sector, so I think we're good now. But I think there might have been a car stopped right ahead. And it's always scary going through this blockade runner type part of the track. Let's solve it, Fluffy. Oh, Scargy. Unfortunately, oh, Hardy's also retired. Hardy and Scargy have cut. They're out of the race. Scargy and Hardy have come together, and I think they're out of the race. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. I'm going through the cameras, trying to find where this crash may have happened between these guys, or they've gone into the pits. But both their cars have been retired. Oh, Sinbad's out. Sinbad is out as well. He's crashed it in swimming pool. His car is in the middle of the track. This might cause a safety car. This definitely might cause a safety car, as Sector 3 has just absolutely blown everyone out. First we started with 17, now we're done with 13. And this is definitely reminding me of the Hunger Games right now. Very unfortunate for both these guys. For all three of those guys. Sinbad, Scargate, and Hardy. And I think that car is still sitting there. Yes, it is. Raven almost went into it. As we see Ozone, Ozone's tapped it into the wall. That car has just now gone into there as some idiot has dived into the pit lane. Edge of your seat racing happening here in Monaco today, as some idiots going for the medium compounds. Thank you, Corsac, for that answer. Now, some idiot pitting. Is that going to try to get Raven to try to go into the pits? On these 10-lap-old soft compound tires, they wear fast, so fast, but they're the grippiest tires. So Raven might hold out a little bit longer than somebody and try to get. He might go into pits this time. Hard on the brakes, over the curb. Might have got a warning for that. And just swimming pool chicane. Raven making it look nice and easy through Rascas. And I believe we're going to see a pit stop from Raven. Yes, we are in the Ferrari. Good try for a different strat. No, he's going onto the medium tires as well as Ozone, Slime, and Floppy. And I believe this will promote Get Some into the pit lane. I believe all the soft runners going into the pit lane right now. Fluffy Dave into the pit lane. Hammertime's staying out. He's going to try to risk it and try to get his way into the lead. He's got some idiot right behind him. There's Raven up onto the inside of Saint Deviat. Hammertime's right there, and Raven has got P1. Still, he stayed P1. Some idiot, unfortunately, couldn't get past of Hammer Time. Hammer Time stayed out. Some idiot with the grippy ass. He could try to get around Hammer Time right here. But it's trying. Oh, he had a massive bit of lockup right there. Hammer Time very loose going into the Grand Hotel hairpin. And here comes some idiot. Oh. The gap's there, but some idiot just unable to connect with it. He's going to try to cut him short. Some idiot. And Hammer Time going side by side into the tunnel. Don't cut over the wall. There's Hammer Time's view. There it is. And oh no. Oh. Unfortunate for Raven. He got a 3-second time penalty. Raven picked up a 3-second time penalty for cutting the chicane. Oh, he's going to be frustrated about that, and that promotes some idiot into the lead. He's just got to stay within 3 seconds of ACR Raven to have the lead of this race. Oh, we got 10-second time penalties going on right now. Jalidun and Tezu picking up a 10-second penalty. Oh, that's Tezu in the wall. Tezu has gone into the wall. He's murdered it, and he's retired from the session. Very unfortunate for Tezu, and there were 12 left. May the odds be ever in your favor here at Monaco. Raven coming down into the Nerville chicane. There's this carbon fiber all over the place. I think we've had a little bit of an incident in the braking zone. As Jalidon, I think, is in the pit. I think there might have been a murder in there. There might have been a murder in the, in there based on the carbon fiber right there. So, judging by the amount of stuff right there, there might have been a murder. Right on board with some idiot as Raven sets a new fast lap for Scuderia Ferrari. They won 11 right now. Just having a little bit of a dance at the 3-second mark. Raven on the freshest tires out of everybody right now, except for Gitsom and Fluffy Dave and Hammer Time. As Jalidon has retired for the session, 11 cars now remain in Sector 2. This is where Raven is right now. See if we see Jalidon's car anywhere. But 11 cars remain on track. It's been an absolute deadly Monaco Grand Prix here in the AOR America's PC F1 split. Brought to you by Hype Energy and Elgato. As Raven is tapping the walls, it's bouncing off him like it's a pool table. It's not a pinball machine, Raven. These are Armco barriers. They'll absolutely mess up your car. As 1 points position spot is where the battle for the battle for 10th between Mycon and Muddy H2O as we're heading into the Nerville chicane. Mycon hopping over the chicane, coming into this tap trying to catch up to Muddy Water as they head into Tabak. Now, this is the battle for the last point available. Oh, no! There goes Muddy Water! Muddy Water got loose on the exit of the swimming pool chicane and went into the wall, and he's lost his front wing. And he's going to go into the pits, so there was the battle for 10th, and there's the overtake for 10th. All within a second of each other. Mycon also is being promoted to 9th now, as Luis Ramon is in the pit lane. Look like get some now in the battle for 4th place. Rogue has been on these tires for 14 laps. These mediums could go all the way throughout the race. So we might be seeing Rogue go to lap 29 before he pits for the soft tire. We headed to Nerville chicane. Get some though. Definitely charging down on Rogue in that Toro Rosso. Bit of a lockup from Rogue. Rogue, though, still keeping it strong, but Gitsom is closing on him. Staying out of the trap, wanting to make his braking zone perfect for Rogue on the setup. Heading to Bassinet and into Casino Square. These two are battling so close to each other. Rogue defending on the inside. Oh, he's let it pass. Rogue has let Gitsom pass. And Gitsom is up into 4th place. So Rogue struggling for grip. Didn't want to hold up Gitsom at all. And let's Gitsom back. And just lets him go. Gentleman move. Knew he didn't have the grip. Knew he was trying something different. And he's letting his rival pass, so good on you. Back to some idiot in second. 5 seconds separates him and Raven, so Raven's definitely pushing as hard as he can. I think Raven's going to try something very fun soon. We love Fluffy David. Fluffy Dave sitting right behind a Rogue. He's going to be charging up on that Toro Rosso. Is it going to get the position for him, or is Rogue picking favorites now? And Scargy has retired from the session. There's Rogue and Fluffy Dave now in the Grand Hotel hairpin. Through Mirabeau. And now Portier. Into Nerville chicane. Rogue. This is where he usually lets people go. But Fluffy Dave is not being given up anytime soon. Rogue and Fluffy Dave. Rogue, bit of a lockup. Here comes Fluffy Dave on the attack. For the wide run around look at Round Raskas. Opens up DRS, trying to chase down Rogue as much as he can into Saint Devot. And Luis Ramon pick up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, Rogue a little bit loose off the exit of Casino Square, and ooh, just spin ahead of Fluffy David. If that's true, Corsac, I'll just be streaming the leaders. And here comes Fluffy David. Fluffy Dave around the outside, coming out of tunnel. They're going to be side by side, heading into the Nerville chicane. And Fluffy Dave up the inside for P5. What a move on Rogue right there. Fluffy Dave had the run outside of the tunnel turn and just absolutely sent it. And he got that position. What a move by Fluffy Dave on this tight track. Very hard to pass here in Monaco. Fluffy David made it look easy as Rogue heads into the pits. A little bit earlier than some might say, but he's just trying to stay alive. Rogue actually switching on the hard tire, so definitely keeping to the staying alive method. We're taking a look at Fluffy David. Fluffy Dave's teammate of some idiot is sitting in second place. 5 seconds behind Raven. Raven has the lead by 2 seconds technically due to his time penalty. Minute has a bit of a wiggle. Great start by Raven. Let's take a look at our position. And the biggest mover of today's race is Rogue. He didn't have the best qualifying spot, but hey, he's moved up 5 places, and if he stays within the top 10, he's going to be scoring points. That's a positive right there. Hammer time though. He's closed up on Fluffy Dave, but the entire top 5 have not changed positions from the start. So Hammer time trying to make that a little bit different. As Xiaonan has left the session, he's left the pit box, and he's going for a relaxing swim in the harbor. Heading into the Nerville chicane, Fluffy Dave had a little bit of a mistake, and that's given Hammer Time a chance to attack. He's closed it down to 1 second as they are entering the swimming pool chicane. Fluffy Dave might be under pressure from the Alaskan driver. He's also got Creamy Johns right behind him as well. We're taking a look. Creamy Johns is actually closing in on Hammer Time. Hammer Time has lost pressure on Fluffy David, and here comes Creamy Johns trying to close up on the Alfa Romeo. That's right on board with the McLaren driver. He heads into Mirabel right now. Coming up into the Grand Hotel Hairpin. A little look for Hammer Time. Hammer Time's right there, but I think that gap is definitely coming down. A penalty for someone down there. We're heading through assuming some pole chicane. The question starts coming into a few drivers' minds going here at this time of the stage. Do I really want this position, or can I just drive safely? And I think Creamy John's thinking the driving safely part, but Mycon, though, has come out of nowhere now. And he's chasing down Creamy John's. Yep, Mycon is definitely closing down on Creamy Johns. The battle for 7th is definitely alive here in Monaco. And Creamy John's also closing up on Hammer Time, so this might be a three-way fight. So we hear the little beep for the DRS as Mycon is closing down on Creamy John's. Creamy John's also caught up right there, so let's switch over to Creamy John's now as he is the creamy filling in this three-way fight. Yes, I had to say it. The opportunity was there, and there it goes. But Creamy John's thinking had a little bit of a mistake going through Sector 2, and that's promoted Mycon to try something. Well, it's promoted Mycon to get closer to him, more like it. And here comes Mycon. Is he going to try something? Oh, no! Muddy Water is out of the race. Mycon picked up a 3-second time penalty. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Right on board with Creamy John. See what that is. Believe Muddy Water's car has been free, but now there are only 10 cars left. Everyone gets points if they finish from now on. But Monaco is so deadly for these guys. Creamy John's going very safe, and that's giving Mycon a chance to close up on him as they went through Sector 3. All these guys are on the same lap, old tires. Hammer Time's just on the newer tires, just by 2 laps. And oh, a little bit of tap through the Grand Hotel hairpin. Muddy Waters left the session, unfortunately. He's short interview for him. He's not gonna be very pleased. Right into the near belt chicane. Creamy Johns picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We're heading into Tabak. And unfortunately for Mycon, he's dropped back time after that penalty. He was trying to take it a little bit too safe. He's following these two guys battling for position. Running on board Crew Johns as we're heading into Mirabo. A little bit of too early turn in for Crew Johns, but he's so close to Aaron. I can just reach out and touch him. You just got to find the right moment to try and make a move on the Alfa Romeo. As we head into Rascaz now, and through Anthony Noas. DRS is the name for Crew Johns, but don't think he's close enough to try to make anything on Hammer Time. But speaking of that, Hammer Time is close back up to Fluffy Dave. 1.3 separates. We might have a four-way fight for P5. These guys are so close to the great outside hairpin. They all could have had a little bit of contact right there. This is very odd seeing that happen right now. And Maicon, his pace has been going up, his pace has been going down. He needs to work on his consistency if he wants to close up. But Maicon's definitely on a charge right now. I think he might have been ERS harvesting and waiting for the right moment to strike with 11 laps left here in Monaco. This train continues. Crew Johns goes a little bit wide. Maicon, he might try something up the inside. No, he doesn't. But these guys are closing up on Fluffy Dave. Maicon's just right behind Crew Johns. Hammer Time is pulling away from him. So let's ride on board with Maicon at the very end of this train. Penalty free time is now. You definitely do not want to be getting a penalty right now. At this point in the race, you just want to have a clean race and not have to worry about pulling out a 3-second gap. But at the start of this race, everyone was getting 3-second time penalties for everything right now. And Crew Johns has a massive lockup on the end of Rascaz. Crew Johns still has DRS, so he's going to be able to pull away from Maicon, who also has it, but unfortunately does not have the pace to keep with him, or the slipstream. Here comes Maicon, though, into Casino Square. He's all over the back of Crew Johns. He's sending up the inside, trying to force a mistake. Crew Johns locks up. Maicon locks up. Here comes Maicon. Looks for the inside move once more. Trying to sell Deli to Crew Johns. Asks, hey, do you want a cream position of P8? No, I'm in P7, buddy. I'm going to keep my position right there. He ain't buying today. Coming into the Nuremberg chicane. Will Maicon try something up the inside? Thank you, Corsac, for letting me know what you were meaning. If somebody got a 60-second time penalty, he can still get a point. Yes, it is. So penalty free means yeeting time. You can yeet it around these corners. Alright. Code YEET is in effect. Otherwise known as yeet. May have dabbed. Glad I don't have a camera on me. Every time a little bit loose coming out of Mass today. And here comes Creamy Johns chasing him down. Maicon, though, Still all over the back end of Creamy Johnson. See his brake disc glowing hot, red hot, as we head into the into the Lowe's hairpin. Marabou and now Portier. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer from Icon right there. There you head into the chicane, still right behind Fluffy David. Fluffy Dave, though, still 1.5 seconds ahead of Hammer Time. Clown time. Oh, Creamy Johns goes wide! Mycon almost got his front wing in there, but he just wasn't expecting Creamy Johns to do that. Also, Luis Ramon has put themselves onto the soft tires. And he's going to try to go for the soft top as, ooh, that's a massive bite out of the wall. Mycon has smacked the wall so hard. Might have damage. Here comes Creamy Johns now. Also, update for the battle for second. Ozo Slop McFloppy has caught up to some idiot. So we're going to move from the battle for fifth to the battle for second right now. As it's Alfa Romeo versus Racing Point on extremely worn medium tires with just 7 laps to go here in Monaco. Somebody and Slot McFloppy keeping in with touch. They do have Rogue ahead of him. As a laps car, Luis Rowe picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, trying to extend the track and get a faster lap to go his way much as possible. I don't think cutting the track is going to get it for you. Blue flags are being waved for Rogue right now. Riding on board, Slot McFloppy. Can he try to close down on some idiot and try to capitalize on this lap car of Rogue? Rogue going up to the inside of the track through rear boot. Through the bends as they go into Massenet and Casino Square. Somebody looking a little bit loose as Slot McFloppy is closing up on him. Into Mirabou they go. And into the famous Grand Hotel hairpin. He is close enough to strike. It's just when. That is the question. 6 laps remain for these guys to make a move. Johns picks up a 3-second time penalty. Slot McFloppy cutting in the corner just a little tiny bit. I think he might have got a warning, but he is still on pressure for some idiot. But he got a little bit looser to back. Slot McFloppy and some idiot battling it out. Can I check their penalty situation? Yeah, but I would have to leave. I don't want to pull up the start menu and then do that. Leave you guys in pretty awkward as I check to look at numbers. This is a great fight these two guys are having. With 5 laps remaining, some idiot and Slot McFloppy gonna try to hit some idiot. Has a little bit of curve, and Slot McFloppy's throttle was a bit too slow on that exit, so falls down to half a second behind some idiot. At least some idiot's pace on just worn tires is just too much for Sloppy McFloppy. Four laps remain between these two drivers. Can somebody defend out that second spot on the podium? Or will Sloppy McFloppy try something up and get that position? Raven is sitting comfortably in the lead with 10 seconds to go. Well, 10 seconds to the car behind, so he can actually start relaxing. He does have a 3-second time penalty, Raven has, but I don't believe Sloppy McFloppy and somebody have a penalty. They head through Anthony Noss and down the front straight. Sloppy McFloppy has DRS wide open. I think he's charging up his battery for one last push with 3 laps to go here in Monaco. Through Casino Square, Sloppy McFloppy's definitely pushed the loud pedal down even harder now. He is all over the back of Some Idiot. Some Idiot going wide. A little bit of block up for Some Idiot. Some Idiot's trying to create some gap as much as he can through the Grand Hotel hairpin. And they go through Mirabeau and now Portier. Some Idiot definitely under pressure by Sloppy McFloppy, who's put the power to the metal. He's running at 4 ERS right now. Dropped it down to 3. Fluffy Dave's given a 3-second time penalty. Oh, mistake in the Norvell chicane. Sloppy McFloppy. Oh, that is devastating for him. Going into the braking zone, Sloppy McFloppy had a little bit of a twitch, and Mycon in 8th place takes the new fastest lap of a 1:11.503. That was very unfortunate for Sloppy McFloppy. He's trying to catch up on Some Idiot right there. But I believe that battle is pretty much sunk and over unless a code yeet is in effection for Sloppy McFloppy. But I believe that has pretty much killed that battle with that twitch of the wheel in the braking zone. Let's head to the Grand Hotel hairpin for a few more times. Got 2 laps to go. Can Sloppy McFloppy close it up? Can somebody keep his car pointed forward? Can Raven, well, not blow a 7-second lead? We're about to find out as we're in crunch time. Oh no! Sloppy McFloppy picks up a 3-second time penalty, and it is over for this fight. That 3-second time penalty, somebody can actually relax now. Sloppy's gonna just be frustrated with himself, and he's gonna try to pass somebody at any way that he can. But he's definitely frustrated with himself. They're heading up the bends with 2 laps to go. Sloppy McFloppy and Some Idiot. They're still locked in battle, even though the gas kind of pulled away from each other, but the battle is still fierce, and it's just beautiful seeing 2 cars so close to each other on this tight circuit drive with each other. We go into the tunnel. But unfortunately, Sloppy McFloppy does not have the pace to keep on with Some Idiot. We're going to take the very last lap with ACR Raven. He leads by 10 seconds, and we haven't been given him much screen time today, so this last lap is all yours, Raven. One last time through Portier, and into the darkness of the tunnel he goes. One last time to the Nerville chicane. Massive lockup. Doesn't really count anymore. There's Maicon in the Red Bull right ahead of him. Into Tabak. Swimming pool corners. Hops it over the curb just for the heck of it. Into Raskaz, Raven goes. And one last time down Anthony Nuss. And taking the win today is ACR Raven for Ferrari. Now the battle for second. Somebody and Sloppy McFloppy having a drag race down there. Somebody is going to take P2, followed by Sloppy McFloppy in P3. Getsome is 40 seconds behind him, but he's leading out a massive group of cars. The battle is still going on. Between all four of these guys. But they're separated by a second each. Luis Ramon picks up a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. Rogue comes across the line in P9. Grazie ragazzi, indeed. Raven has... Oh! Getsome is... What is happening to Getsome? Getsome slowed up at the end, and Hammer Time snipes P4. Getsome in P5, Fluffy Dave in P6, and Creepy John's P7. And here comes Maicon along in P8. But that was a very weird finish. I think Getsome was ran out of fuel at the very end. Yes, Getsome did run out of fuel at the last lap. That is unfortunate for him right there. But it's all smiles today for the Tifosi, as ACR Raven wins here for Ferrari in Monaco. After that wonderful, crazy race, I must say, all these guys, here's your final results. Raven takes the win, followed by Summit, Sloppy McFloppy, Hammer Time, Getsome, Fluffy Dave, Creamy Johns, Maicon, Rogue, Luis Ramon, Muddy Water, Jalidun, Tezu, Sins Bad, Sparky, Hardy, Young Dagger Dick. Coming up in the last place, I still want to know why he's disqualified, but with just 10 drivers finishing the race, it has been absolutely crazy here. And unfortunately, we're going to not be doing the interviews after today, so we're going to have to end it right there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for all the drivers for showing up today. Next week, I believe, is an off week for us. So we'll be seeing you after that in Canada for round 7. Here in the AOR Hype Energy F1 Americas League. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a great night.